Tony Robbins says there are two powerful motivators in life. Both start with P, neither of them is passion. You're not allowed to answer. What are they? Pain, and what's the other? What's the opposite? Pleasure. Pain, pleasure. Everything that we do as human beings has a link with pain and pleasure. Everything. Now what's interesting, and the mistake that we can fall into, is that your pain is a pain for somebody else and your pleasure is a pleasure for somebody else. Now what's the number one fear of Australians? Number one fear of people in the Western world, Americans as well? Anyone know? Death is number two. Public speaking! I love it! I'm weird. Public speaking, most people would sooner die than do what I do for a living. My pleasure is a pain for most people. Think of your pleasure. How many of you like fishing? Anyone here like fishing? Someone does. I hate fishing. Not interested in fishing. Who likes door-to-door selling? Anyone? No one. That's a pain for most people. You see, what the challenge in life, and all the businesses here at Business World Expo, is what am I in business for? And this is the basic principles of motivation. If you give people pleasure, if you take away their pain, they will reward you for that. And the challenge is, what is someone else's pleasure? What is someone else's pain? Do any of you have children? Ever tried to motivate children? Ever tried to change a child's point of view? Start thinking pleasure, pain. Now what's interesting, this is also the key to negotiation. So can children negotiate? Can children manipulate adults? 3-year-old. How does a child negotiate in the supermarket? And what does the child do? Mum, buy me the lolly. No, you can't have it. Mum, buy me the lolly. You can't have it. Mum, I'm going to throw a tantrum. You can't have it. So the child throws a tantrum. So what does mother do? Buy the lolly. So where's the pleasure-pain equation? You go, wow, how come this 3-year-old knows I will create pain for my mother so that I'm going to get what I want? And the selling process, all right? We go in business, we want to make profits, we want people to pay us. So what are you going to give them? What are you going to give them? You have to get into their minds and to understand how different each mind is. How different. So, what is passion? My definition of passion is that it's a source of unlimited energy from your soul or spirit or heart that enables you to produce extraordinary results. And the model that I use goes like this. Now this is not a Mercedes-Benz Sports. This is the 3 parts of us as human beings. Now what are these 3 parts? Mind and body and soul, or spirit or heart. Now the problem in business today is that most businesses only access mind. Most businesses only look after the mind of their employees. The key to sustainable success is to tap into soul, which is where your passion comes from, and bodies. So how many of you are fit or almost as fit as you'd like to be? Hands up. I have a prize here. Come on, put your hands up, don't be shy. Who's fit? Come on, who's looking after your bodies? Please stand up. There's a reward here. Please stand up. Stand up, come on. The rest of you give them a hand for being fit. Well done. Now, no, please stay standing. Now I've got a prize for you. I've got a copy. I have 2 prizes. I have a copy of my book. So, who is the nearest birthday to today? Who was born in May? Hands up. June or April? And what's your name? Sue? Okay, Sue, come up here and I've got a book for you. Brian will take that to you. Give Sue a hand, and I've got a second prize. Who else was born in June? April? March? Anyone nearer to March? What's your name? Boris. Give Boris a hand. Here's a tape of a presentation. Thank you very much, and congratulations for looking after your bodies. What percentage of Australians look after their bodies? And why don't the rest of you? I know some of you are shy. You thought I'd get you up to stand up and make a speech. Looking after your bodies is the key to your energy. Looking after your mind is the key to your energy. Looking after your soul is the key to your energy. There is a powerful energy loop running around here. And accessing your passion, if you're not doing that, if you're not accessing your soul, if you're not accessing your heart, if you're not pursuing what you love to do, you are paying a price. If you don't look after your body, you pay a price. If you don't look after your mind, you pay a price. And that's why this failure to address the need for balance is the reason why only 10% of companies last more than 10 years. Only 10%. 80% disappear in the first 5 years. So who's been in business longer than 5 years? Anyone? Well done. Who's been in business more than 10 years? A number of you. Congratulations. You're obviously here because you understand passion. 90% of businesses disappear within 10 years. And why is this so? Because one of these three, or two of these three, doesn't get looked after. Money is a representation of what? Why did we invent money? What did we have? What did we have before money got invented? We had what? We had chickens. We had chickens. We had barter, didn't we? Isn't that what we did? And what were we bartering? Goods and services. Where did those goods and services come from? People. They came from us. They came from human beings. Money is simply a representation of energy. That's why passion is the clue to your financial success. Because if you're not passionate, you've got low energy. If you've got low energy, you will not make the profits that you want. Now, I'm not saying money is the key to your life. It might not be. Some of you might love being poor. Does anyone here like being poor? You know, some people say to be spiritually aware you need to be poor. Don't think you do. I don't think you do. There's a line in the Bible that I quote in my book, Passionate People Produce. And it says, you know, the kingdom of God lies within on the one hand. So it says, look inside. But it also says, what good does it benefit you if you gain the whole world and you lose your soul? And in my view, what I interpret that as meaning is, if you pursue your passion, if you pursue your soul's journey, you can have all the money you like and you will create heaven here. That the journey that you're on now becomes a fulfilling life.